everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Michael, and you're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views. Today's story, we're going to be talking about how Skellig Michael, which is an island off the coast of Ireland, is now a confirmed location for Star Wars Episode 7.
Yeah, and if you see pictures, it looks like really good. It's like this cool Irish folklore fable look to it, and it's really secluded. So it could be like a cool secluded planet that someone's on or whatever in Star Wars.
Yeah, and Mark Hamill has been spotted filming there. So that means obviously Luke Skywalker's there. So it kind of seems like maybe they're going for the Zen master living on the top of a mountain or in isolation like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And and he's got his big contractually obligated Jedi beard, as he put it in an interview. So that's interesting. But where it gets really interesting is that he's not the only actor that's been spotted there.
Yeah, also Daisy Ridley, who we reported earlier might be playing Kira Solo, is also there. This also ties into that rumor because she would then be the daughter of Leia and Han, and that means that she's still technically a Skywalker. So she could be there training with Luke. He could be training her as the old Zen master, teaching her just like Yoda taught him on this planet, swamp out in the middle of nowhere as well.
Yeah, so cool. It seems like it's kind of an obvious story point, but it makes sense and it ties in perfectly to that rumor. So maybe
which has not been debunked yet.
Yeah, they've not come out and said no, you're way off. But I don't know. So maybe that's one of these few rumors that's floating around there, where this is actually all coming together and seems like it's true.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So I guess all the news we're reporting. I mean, we should maybe talk about spoilers for just a second, or spoiler policy. You could say this is maybe a minor spoiler, because I think we're right.
Yeah.
But this is
especially if it's the search for Luke Skywalker, which they were saying.
But they're saying the setup for the movie is the search for Luke Skywalker. So this is not the climax of the film. This is probably the first act. Right?
We want to shy away from spoilers completely. We don't want to get into the end spoiling or anything like that.
I don't want to be spoiled.
I don't want to be spoiled either. I'm going to try to avoid all that news. We just want to report sort of on the story, the beginning of the episode.
Right now, there's not enough news going around to have heavy spoilers.
Yeah.
We'll get into moderate spoilers. We'll give you a warning, but stuff like this is so minor. It's and it's a rumor. Not rumor. It's unconfirmed.
Yeah, and it's just setting up the plot more than anything.
And plus, by the way, I think a lot of people don't realize it, but the novelizations come out before the movie's released. When Empire Strikes Back was released in May, the novelization was out in April. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to know about Darth Vader being Luke's father, you could have just bought the book.
What?
So anyway, there you go. That's all the time for today. And click that subscribe button, because we'll be back here all the time with the latest news. So see you guys later.